What's up, guys? It's your boy Matthew. This is Practice Squadron, and I'm sure you guys seen the thumbnail and you've read the title of this video, and that's why you're here. And I took all day to think about this because the weird part is I got a text this morning from my friend Caleb, and he was like, Kobe with a crying face emoji, and I was like, what the hell is this dude talking about? And it's a weird thing because for me, I'm a Celtics fan and I'm also a Spurs fan. So most of my life, and most of it that I've been following basketball, the Lakers are always, rivals of both the Spurs, in the Western Conference. I think that was one of their biggest rivals in the Western Conference Finals, and Kobe even said it literally like this month that if the Spurs were never there, then he probably would have won 10 rings. And then, everybody knows the Celtics-Lakers rivalry. And so for a long time, I just didn't like Kobe. I was just like, we all know I'm a big 2000s Celtics fan, and, Kobe cost us a ring. He did in 2010. So, and then, he also costs, the Spurs a few rings. I remember in 2008, I want to say it was Lakers versus Spurs in the Western Conference Finals, and the Celtics had already made it. And I was like, man, like this is going to be crazy because the Spurs and the Celtics are going to finally play each other in the finals. And the Lakers beat the Spurs. So for me, it's a weird thing because, I never grew up loving Kobe, like I knew that he was a great player, right? And he really was, but it's probably one of those things that he wasn't on my team. So I didn't probably give him the respect that he deserved. But yeah, it's a crazy thing because right after I got that text from my friend Caleb, I was like, what the hell is this dude talking about? My friend Jonathan, he showed me what happened, and I stared at it, and I'll try to edit the video and show a picture of what I'm talking about. And I looked at it and I was like, there's no way this is real. It's a weird thing because you follow these sports and you follow, your teams and players, and then, it just happens that you have rivals, and then you just don't show those rivals, as much respect as they probably deserve. And it's honestly probably flattering, in disguise, because you would never be scared of someone who wasn't good, right? As a Celtics and Spurs fan, I would hate playing him because, you knew that there was a chance and a high chance that your team could lose. And you wouldn't feel that way if that player wasn't, great and winning 5 championships, MVPs, gold medals, and all that stuff. It's just a weird thing to think about. But I waited to make this video because I would be scrolling through Facebook all day today, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and not that it's cliche in the fact that it's more than a game, but it's a weird thing because for one day today, I thought a lot of people took a pause and they stepped back and they actually reflected on their lives and things that they've done. And not that that's selfish or anything, but I think that's part of the mourning process is, and it's not just with Kobe. I think it's when anybody that either personally or from far away, dies, it's okay to take back that step and say, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I thought of this player in the wrong way, or, that person, we got in a fight, and then, now you've missed your chance to try to fix that. And I think throughout the NBA, I think that's what a lot of players are thinking. I guarantee that there are players out there that like hated playing against Kobe just for reasons that I said, that he was just so good and they were scared to lose, or I'm not going to say jealous, but you know, there are probably players out there that think that they could have reached that next level if he didn't play. And I think for those players, they took a step back today and said, hey, like, you know, this is a job, it is a game, but at the end of the day, we're people. And it's a weird thing because I scrolled through the social media today, and this potentially is controversial. You know, it is what it is. That's just my thoughts. You know, part of my morning process. You know, I think people looked at him kind of like a god in some way. You know, and I don't think that like, for me, that's not the message. I think the message is, you know, this was a man, this was a person who achieved everything you wanted to be, you know, and in the end, you know, we can't escape either time or fate, you know? So, you know, just take that second or that moment and realize that, you know, this is a celebrity, this dude's famous, and at the end of the day, like, he's still, you know, how do I put it? Just, you know, lived his life as long as he could. And I think that that's ultimately what everybody has to do and think about, is knowing that, you know, there is that moment where you have to fight for your dreams and you have to work hard and achieve everything that you want to achieve. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that, you know, maybe this is the last day, and maybe you won't get to like keep going forward. And I think that that's pretty powerful, just to understand that, you know, it's not, you know, at the end of the day, Kobe's a person, you know, and we're all people, and no one can escape that. And no one ever should try to, you know, no one should ever try to understand, you know, that whole process. But that's what I took from it. I know I'm kind of rambling about it, but, you know, all the battles I've witnessed with him is crazy. And you know, I just think it's insane that he's gone. I think what's insane to me is, you know, the Hall of Fame, you know, he's gonna get inducted and we won't get to see that speech. So it's like a mixed thing for me, because we're feeling it today, but I know that we're gonna feel it again, you know, later on. And I just want to leave with that message that, you know, maybe you watch sports and you hate these people that you don't know, or you live your life and you just pile up, or not regret, but like emotions towards people that, you know, at any moment they could die, or you could just stop. And I think that that's not a good way to live. And that's just how I feel towards it. I didn't think I would get choked up. I'm not crying, but there is like a powerful message to this whole thing. And this is going to be super raw, so I'm not going to edit this video well, I am going to edit it, because actually I probably won't edit it. I think it's just more real that way. And yeah. But I want to know you guys' feelings. I want to know your favorite Kobe moments, maybe against your team, or just things that you've witnessed in your life. And, you know, that's what I want to see. I want to see people living life to the fullest and not living with regret, and having those moments for themselves, you know. Like I said, Kobe was just a man, but we can all like achieve something great. And greatness doesn't mean, you know, play basketball or play sports, you know. It's all relative to you. You know, what are your dreams in life, and trying to achieve that. And I hope that you find it, and I hope that I find it as well. And at the end of the day, you know, I hope I get to experience that before it's my time. So, but I want to end on a good note. P.S. Thank you, Kobe. Thank you for impacting my life, you know, keeping me on my edge. of my seat every time that the Celtics and Spurs played you guys. And thanks just for improving basketball and just being a part of that. Thank you.